Today I am explaining you total asset to debt ratio. This ratio measures the safety margin available to lenders of long-term debts to enterprise, means it measures the extent to which debt is covered by asset of the enterprise. A high ratio gives higher safety to lenders, whereas a low ratio gives lower safety to lenders. It is calculated as under total assets divided by debts. It means in this ratio it is checked that how much assets are available to pay off debts. Total assets is equal to non-current assets plus current assets. Non-current assets means fixed assets, non-current investments, deferred tax asset, long-term loans and advances, other non-current assets. Current asset includes current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current asset. Content of non-current assets and current assets are explained you in first chapter of this book. Debt. Debt is equal to long-term borrowings plus long-term provisions. Debt is explaining last ratio itself, debt to equity ratio, so I am not explaining it again. Now first illustration in which total debts, current liabilities and capital employed are given. Formula is total asset divided by debt. In this question, total assets and debts both are not given in this question, and in this type of situation, first apply the formula of what is given in the question. So first thing which is given is total debts, that is non-current liability plus current liabilities. Total debts are 15 lakhs and current liabilities are 5 lakhs. So we can calculate non-current liabilities is equal to 15 lakh minus 5 lakh, 10 lakh rupees. Now we have to find total asset, but value of any asset is not given in question. So again we go with the what is given in the question, that is capital employed. Capital employed is equal to shareholders fund plus non-current liability. Capital employed is 15 lakh. Shareholder fund is not given in the question, and we just calculated non-current liabilities rupees 10 lakhs. So shareholders fund is 15 lakh minus 10 lakh is equal to 5 lakh. Now we don't have any content of asset but all content of liability part, and we know that total liability is equal to total assets. Total liability is equal to shareholders fund plus total debts, whether it is non-current or current liability. Shareholders fund, which is calculated by us, 5 lakh rupees. Total debts given in the question, 15 lakh. So total liabilities are 20 lakh rupees, and by putting this total liability means total asset divided by debt rupees 10 lakh, ratio is 2:1. Next question. In this question lots of content are given, and we check whether content of our ratio is given or not. Ratio is total asset divided by debt. Total asset is equal to fixed asset gross, accumulated depreciation, it is deducted from fixed asset. If net fixed asset are given, then we not deduct accumulated depreciation from it, because net means after deducting depreciation. But if gross is given, then we have to deduct accumulated depreciation from it. Next, non-current investment. These are the non-current assets. Next, trade receivables, equity share capital, 8% debentures, capital reserve, surplus. These are not the content of total assets. Next, cash and cash equivalent. It is a part of current assets. So our current assets and non-current assets are given in the question. So total assets are 24 lakh. Now we calculate debt. For debt, debentures are given of rupees 3 lakh. Is only this item is included in debt or any one item is missing? Debentures are given, so only this item is included in debt, maybe or may not. One more thing is given in question, that is capital employed. It is also given. So first we check is any content of debt is hiding or not, and for it we calculate shareholders fund. In shareholder fund we write equity share capital, capital reserves, surplus. It is a debit balance, so it will be deducted. So shareholder fund is 12,60,000, and capital employed is shareholders fund plus debt. Capital employed given in question 22,20,000, and shareholder fund which is calculated by us is 12,60,000. So remaining part will be debt. So debt will be 22,20,000 minus 12,60,000, that is 9,60,000. It means someone else also included in debt except debenture of rupees 3 lakh. It may be long-term provision, public deposit or other long-term borrowings. So only debenture is not included in debts. Now total asset rupees 24 lakh and debt which is calculated by us 9,60,000. So ratio is 2.5:1. Now move to next question. To find hiding items, we may apply relationship of two contents or we may prepare memorandum balance sheet. In this question, I am explaining it by memorandum balance sheet. And we know that content of liability part are shareholders fund, non-current liabilities, current liabilities in the equity and liability part, and in asset part, non-current assets and current assets. First item is given equity share capital. It is content of shareholder fund. 9% preference share. It is also a content of shareholder fund. Fixed, it is non-current asset. Non-current investment are non-current assets. Reserve and surplus are content of shareholders fund. Current asset, it is a major head. Current liability, it is also a major head. So total of asset is 15,40,000, and it is also a total of liability. So difference will be non-current liability, that is 3 lakh rupees. And our ratio is total assets divided by debts. Total assets 15,40,000 and debts 3 lakh. So ratio is 5.13:1. Next question, again some relationships are given. Formula is total asset divided by debts. Again in this question, neither total asset nor debts are given. So first we apply formula of all the items which are given in question. First item is total debts, that is non-current liability plus current liability. Total debts are given 48 lakh, but neither non-current liability nor current liability are given in question. So we move to next formula. From first and second item we can calculate total of liability side, which is also total of asset side. Total debts plus shareholder funds is equal to total liability or asset. Total debts 48 lakhs plus shareholder fund 8 lakh rupees. Remember, next item given is reserves and surplus, but it is already included in shareholders fund, so do not add it again. In this way, total liabilities are 56 lakh rupees. Next, working capital is also given, and we know that working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. So working capital is 4 lakh rupees. Current assets given in question is 20 lakh rupees, and by applying we can get current liabilities. So current liabilities are 20 lakh minus 4 lakh 16 lakh rupees, and by putting this current liability we can get debts. We put this current liability in our first formula, total debts. So current liabilities putting in total debts formula. So debt non-current liability is 48 lakh minus 16 lakh is equal to 32 lakh. Now we get both the content of our ratio, that is total assets 56 lakhs divided by 32 lakh is equal to 1.75:1.